Have you ever looked at a guy and thought, wait, is he just being nice, or is he actually in love with me? Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Men don't always say it with words, but they scream it in silence. And sometimes the loudest, I love you, is hidden in the smallest, quietest moments. So if you've been wondering if he's just a friend, or if he's secretly falling for you, stay with me. These 10 signs are ones most women miss. But once you see them, you can't unseen them. Number 1. He remembers the things you forgot you told him. Not just your birthday, but that story you told once in passing. About the 3rd grade art competition where you came second but felt like you'd won. Or how you dip your fries in milkshakes. Because sweet and salty feels like balance to you. He remembers. Not because he has to, but because you matter. Your words, your quirks, the tiny corners of your soul you accidentally reveal. He tucks them away like keepsakes. Love doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it listens. And sometimes it simply remembers. Long after you've forgotten what you said. Number 2. He mirrors your emotions even when he doesn't have to. Ever notice how his energy shifts when yours does? You're quiet and suddenly he's gentler. You're anxious and his laughter fades. Not out of obligation, but because his soul is listening even when his words aren't. That's not just empathy. That's emotional sinking. It's unspoken, unforced, unconscious. He could be having the best day. But if your eyes look tired or your voice sounds off, his heart slows down to match yours. He doesn't try to fix you. He just meets you right where you are. That's the kind of love that doesn't ask for attention. It just feels with you. Because his emotions have learned the rhythm of yours. And without even meaning to, he's dancing to the beat of your silence. Number 3. He gets jealous of the guy you say not to worry about, but keeps it cool. He won't say it out loud. No, his pride won't let him. But if you pay close attention, you'll catch the subtle flicker in his eyes, the tightening of his jaw, the way his gaze lingers a little too long when you casually mention someone else. He's not the jealous type you tell yourself. He's not possessive. But what you don't realize is that he's invested. More than you know. He's trying his damned hardest to keep it under wraps. To maintain that calm, composed exterior. He knows better than to let the vulnerability of love slip through the cracks of his control. After all, love hidden in plain sight is the most dangerous kind. It's guarded, carefully woven into every moment. It's in the way he watches you laugh with someone else, the silent tension in the spaces where words should be. He doesn't act on it because that's not his way. But you can feel it, he's holding on to something deeper, something fierce. And every time you brush it off as nothing, you'll never realize how close he is to telling you everything he's been holding back. Number 4. He gives you silent firsts. Ever had a guy do something for you that he's never done for anyone else and never says a word about it? It's the quiet kind of love, the kind that doesn't need to be announced. Maybe he sat through an entire rom-com marathon even though he can't stand them just because you love them. Or he picked up that book you always rave about despite having no interest in it. But it's the silence that speaks the loudest. When a man loves you, he doesn't make a show of it. He doesn't need praise or recognition for the small things. He enters your world not to take anything but to share in something that means everything to you. It's not about the grand gestures, it's the quiet, unspoken acts that carve a deeper bond. He'll listen when you mention a favorite song in passing and remember it for months, playing it for you without a word. He'll try the things you love, not because he has to but because he wants to know you. He'll enter your world in ways that no one else can see, shaping his love in the most subtle, silent firsts. And every time he does, it's a step deeper into something you can't quite put into words, but you'll feel it in every beat of your heart. Number 5. He's weirdly protective over your energy. He doesn't just listen when you're tired, he feels it too. If you're drained, he'll softly tell you to rest, urging you to put yourself first. When life gets overwhelming and you start to spread yourself thin, he's the first to suggest you cancel plans, not because he's worried about what others will think, but because he sees something in you that's worth protecting. It's not about control. Not even close. It's about care. He's not trying to dictate your life, or your choices, he's doing everything he can to guard the parts of you that shine the brightest. Your energy, your spirit, the essence of who you are, those are the pieces he cherishes. In his eyes, you're irreplaceable. So when you push yourself to the brink, when you pour your soul into everything around you, he quietly steps in. He protects your peace like it's his own, gently pulling you back from the chaos so you can breathe, recharge, and be the best version of yourself. And in those moments, you'll realize that he's not just trying to keep you calm, he's fighting for the best parts of you, the parts he loves the most. Number 6. His compliments are not about how you look but who you are. You're so thoughtful. I love how your mind works. When his compliments go beyond the surface, you know he's not just looking at you, he's seeing you. His words aren't about your outer beauty, the way you look in the moment. They're about something far more profound. He sees the depth of your soul, the richness of your thoughts, the quiet strength in your heart. It's easy to get caught up in compliments about your appearance, those fleeting words that can make anyone feel good for a second. But when someone truly loves you, they speak to the essence of who you are, to the parts of you that don't fade with time or change with trends. The man who adores you doesn't just admire your face or your body, he honors your spirit, your kindness, your mind. When he tells you how thoughtful you are or how much he loves the way you think, it's not just a passing comment, it's a declaration. He's in deep. He sees you, truly sees you, and he's falling for everything that makes you, you. Because real love? It isn't about what's on the outside. It's about the beauty that radiates from the inside, the depth that others can only dream of understanding. Number 7. He starts adopting your phrases without realizing it. This one's subtle, but it hits different. Maybe you say, "That's wild," every time something surprises you, and then one day without warning he says it too. You might brush it off, but it's more than coincidence. It's mimicry. A natural, subconscious act that happens when emotional closeness begins to take root. When we form a deep connection with someone, our brains begin to mirror them. Their words, their gestures, even their quirks start to become second nature. It's not about imitation, it's about integration. When he starts picking up on your phrases, it's not because he's trying to copy you, it's because he's connected to you in a way that's beyond simple conversation. He's bonding with you on a deeper level. You start to hear your own expressions coming out of his mouth, not in an effort to flatter or impress, but because your world is becoming his. He's internalizing your thoughts, your patterns, your energy. It's proof that he's not just listening to you, he's syncing with you. It's those little moments, those tiny reflections of each other, that make you realize just how much you've become a part of each other's lives. And when you catch him unknowingly using your words, you'll know he's not just here for the surface level connection. He's sinking deeper, letting your world become part of his own. Number 8. He finds reasons to touch you gently, respectfully, often. A brush of the hand. A soft correction of a stray hair falling in your face. His fingers lingering at the small of your back as you navigate through a crowd. These moments aren't random, not accidents of proximity. They are deliberate acts of tenderness, gentle gestures that speak volumes without a single word. Each touch is a quiet declaration of affection, unspoken, yet undeniable. Physical closeness is a language of its own, one that transcends mere conversation. His body is saying what words sometimes can. I see you. I'm here. I cherish you. The way he reaches for you, with such quiet reverence, tells you more than any grand speech ever could. There's something uniquely intimate in these soft touches, a connection deeper than any verbal exchange. They're not about possession or control, they're about the vulnerability that comes with being close to someone, with sharing space without needing to fill it with sound. He's not just touching you. He's letting you feel his presence in the most tender way possible, grounding you in the moment. And the more he does it, the more you'll realize, each touch, each little gesture, is his way of saying, "You matter to me, not just in words, but in every quiet, respectful move I make." Number 9. He talks about the future and you're in it. He doesn't just say, "I'm going to Italy next summer." He says, "We should go to Italy someday." That tiny word, "we," might seem simple, but it's anything but casual. It's a subtle yet powerful glimpse into how he's thinking about the future. It's not a passing thought or a vague idea, it's a blueprint of his heart. When he talks about us, It's not just about the present. It's about the life he imagines, where you're side by side, sharing moments, creating memories. It's a quiet promise of togetherness, a commitment to include you in his plans, no matter how far off they may seem. He doesn't just talk about his dreams anymore. He's weaving you into the fabric of his future, sharing visions of places you'll go, things you'll experience, adventures you'll take. It's his way of saying, I want you here. I want you to be a part of what's to come. Number 10. He looks at you when you're not looking. This one speaks louder than any words ever could. It's the moments when you're just being you. When you're not posing, not dressed up, not putting on any kind of performance. Maybe you're sitting there, lost in thought, or simply laughing at something silly. And then, out of the corner of your eye, you catch him looking at you. Not in a way that demands attention, but with quiet reverence. His eyes are soft, almost tender, as though he's seeing you for everything you are in that moment. And in that split second, you'll feel it, his love. Not the loud, flashy kind. No, this is real, undistracted love. The kind that doesn't need validation or grand gestures. It's love in its most genuine form, when he's drawn to you without expectation, without a reason other than the fact that you're you.